welcome to the Singletrack Session, number 13. Now, 13 is known a lot of ways as an unlucky number. And today, I'm going to have to say it is my unlucky number. So, a few bad things. I'm lonely, okay? Studio 78, she's in the shop. So, I'm not in Studio 78. I'm in my recording studio at La Casa Trail Manners, right? So Studio 78, get well, we miss you. But that's not all. Joel is not with us today as well. Okay, Joel, over here at Trail Manners, we like to take care of our employees, which is me and Joel. And Joel's taking some NPTO, which we call non-paid time off because we don't get paid. So he's not getting paid to have time off. I just needed to take a vacation here. So I'm going to be bringing solo. So I'm really lonely. So excuse me if it's not as entertaining. I miss Joel, but I miss Studio 78. So there's two of my trifecta that's going on here. And we have a shorter show today. There's not a lot we're going to talk about. Just a few things we want to bring up. Keep our listeners in the know. That's what we're here for. So let's start off. First of all, Studio 78. Let's send out some good wishes. We got to get that thing back on the road, get the studio working again. Joel, we miss you, buddy. Can't wait for you to be back on behind the mic. Next up, next week, I'll be headed to Denver. So I'm going to be gone to Denver, Colorado for the week. So we have our show lined up for Tuesday, which we'll talk about later. Singletrack Session's a little iffy. We'll see what happens there. Next week I'll be in Denver, so we'll go that way. So let's recap. Tommy Barlow's episode, we had a contest for those 2 Salomon waist belts. And then on our website on Monday, we had the Dirt and Vert article, which is just text. It's not audio, okay? So we announced the winners, and thanks to, again, Palmer Divide Run Company over in Palmer Lake, Colorado. We had 2 winners. Mark Imasa and Paul Smith are the winners of the belts. We announced that, or typed that, on Monday. So if you're listening, Mark and Paul, congratulations. Please email us at Manners, that's MANNERS, at trailmanners.com. All we need is a good address to send these out via the USPS and get those belts in your hand. And so right now, I believe we don't have a contest running. So we're going to take a break from the contest. Yes, we may or may not have some stuff to give out, which we do. So we're always looking for stuff for cool contests, ideas for cool contests. But right now we're taking a little hiatus on the contest front. Trust me, there's a couple more coming up, so bear with us. Next up, as we've talked about before, we do have some media kits that'll be available. Some race kits are going to be available for you race directors out there that want us to promote your race. See if we can get you a few more registrations, that route there. We did a few last year. We'd like to think they were successful. We got great feedback. So we're going to continue to do those. So if you have a good race, let me know. So the big thing that's going on, the big thing that happened this week, and if you're into trail running, if you're into ultra running, if you're into FKTs, if you didn't know about this, or if you're not, or if you're into social media, I mean, come on. There was a ridiculous FKT set this week, okay? Jim Walmsley, the kid that's tearing up the scene right now, smoking hot. Everybody's talking about him. He's doing crazy things. He just set the new FKT on the Grand Canyon rim to rim to rim, okay? Not a small feat to begin with. If you haven't done it, it has to be on your bucket list if you're a trail runner. Even if it's just rim to rim, do what you can, south, north, south, or reverse, whatever's easiest for you. So anyway, Jim, he set the Grand Canyon rim to rim to rim speed record. Okay, listen to the time, 5 hours, 55 minutes, and 20 seconds. He's the first person to go under 6 hours. The trail itself, it's about 42 miles. Okay, so there's you can go South Kaibab and North Kaibab trails. The previous record was set by just the man, right, Rob Krar. He set that, I believe, was in 2013. He did it in 6:21 and some change. So the record was, 26 minutes. That doesn't seem like much, but that's a big number for this. So on the way, the way he set the record, he also set the single crossing record, okay, in 2:46, okay, and that was also held by Rob at 2:51 in another year, like the year before, so 2012. That's incredible, right? I mean, it's 42 miles. Ridiculous. I mean, it's got to line up. And I read something that was on social media. I think, who was it? I want to say it was Krar even posted it, but maybe I'm wrong there. Anyway, someone posted it, and Dakota Jones predicted it because he said, hey, on a good day, all the weather conditions line up, the trail's in good shape, the runner's going to come in good shape and go under 6 soon, trust me. And, of course, he foresaw the future because it's happened. So, unbelievable, Jim. Congratulations. That's just stout, stellar, and crazy. You can do stuff like that. Obviously, his year at Western was huge. You're going to be hearing his name all the time now. So congratulations, Jim. Check it out. Go to social media. Go to, Google it, whatever you like to do, Bing it. Check out what he did there. There's some cool photos, a lot more information that we're providing here, but it's just crazy time. 5:55 and change, rim to rim to rim. I've done the rim to rim to rim twice. And the second time I did it, we kind of got some heavy snow, and I said, I'm not going to go all the way to the top of the north rim. I'll just turn around here. But the first time, I was, not anywhere close. Not anywhere close. And I know there's a lot of people have done it fast. A lot of people have done it slower. I don't care how fast you do it. Just do it. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's just something that needs to be done. I know people do it all the time, and you never know. You hear all these things about needing permits, large groups. Do it while you can, but just do it safely, do it responsibly. So congratulations. Next thing is kind of going on right now. We're going to give a big shout out to it. Not that we have to do this, but right now the Trail Running Film Festival is touring North America. Okay, this is put on by Outdoor Arts and Recreation. It's presented by Rain Shadow Running, which is an amazing group that put a lot of races on up there in the Northwest, and I think there's a few other races scattered here and there. But it's a killer trail running film festival they're doing. They're doing an awesome tour. I'm talking about it because they're going to be, they just have been doing it in a few locations already. I think they kicked it off in Seattle. It was like a 2 or 3 day thing. They're going to be down at the Grand Circle Trail Fest in Kanab that's put on by Trail and Ultra Runners. Trail and Ultra Running and the Grand Circle gang there. So that'll be down there. But I'll be going to the one in Salt Lake City on October 17th. So if you don't have your tickets, if you're here in Utah, it's October 17th. I think they're $15 a ticket. It's like 2 hours or 2.5 hours of trail running films. Some killer films that are on the docket. So Monday, October 17th in Salt Lake. Tuesday, October 18th, they're going to be in Park City. So all you Utah folks, you got 2 days to see this. And then if you want to go to their website, it's trailfilmfest.com. You hit the tour button. They'll be heading to a lot of places. I mean, they're going to be leaving Utah, heading up to Montana, over to Colorado. They're going to be down to the Javelina 100, then Flagstaff, Tucson, Austin, Chicago, Columbus, Athens, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Rochester, Boston, New York, Baltimore, D.C., San Francisco. They're everywhere. There's more dates coming, but make sure you check it out. Just supporting a good cause, good thing that's going on, and it gets you pumped, right? I mean, you see these film festivals, these films on trail running, totally get you amped up, right, Joel? Oh, he's not here. Right, Studio 78's not here. So I'm still solo. So I'm just sitting here. And let's face it, I'm in my basement, okay? So yeah, check out the Trail Film Festival. It's a great thing. It'll get you going, and it's all the way, go to different places. Right now, I think they have times up in through December, January, going all over. If you have a place, man, I think you can reach out to them to say, hey, come to our town. We got a great spot for you. Make sure you see these films. And if you're in Utah and you go to the one in Salt Lake City on Monday, if you see me, say hello. I'd like to meet as many people as I can. It'd be great to see you there as well. There could be a small chance I go to Park City the next night if I'm super amped and want to see some stuff again. And, their logo is a Volkswagen bus for this film festival. Looks sick. So how can you not support that, right? It's a little newer than Studio 78, but it's still a sweet Volkswagen bus. So great logo there. Next up, again, we don't have a long show today. Upcoming show next week you can look forward is a show of a runner from the Bear 100, Chelsea Hathaway, in her first 100-mile race, which was has been nicknamed the polar bear, the bear apocalypse, me and Joel called it the nasty bear, and I still like that one personally. If you've seen photos of that, it was crazy. And Chelsea finished third overall, or third female, excuse me, for in her first 100. And we had to sit down with her in Studio 78 right before Studio 78 pooped out. And wow, she's amazing. And her story is absolutely phenomenal. And what she did at the Bear was remarkable. So you don't want to miss that show next Tuesday with Chelsea Hathaway. Chelsea, great job. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us. Tell us your story. You're amazing. Can't wait to see what else you do in the future. And just like we talked about, no spoiler alert, but remember why you're doing it, right? And then Gear Garage. We have Gear Garage tomorrow, and this is a little bittersweet for me. As many of you know, or may not know, I am a huge, and I mean huge, fan of Pearl Izumi shoes. Okay, I know I just said some taboo words for some of you out there because I've seen so many comments online. I'm going to review the Pearl Izumi Emotion Trail N2V3. N for neutral, V for version, so third version of the N2 neutral. So I know Pearl Izumi is getting out of the run side of things, and obviously that's not made a lot of people happy. I'm still hoping I can talk them into bringing back their shoes, sign a petition, get people on board, whatever we need to do. Mike Thompson over there has been making killer shoes for a long time. He's got a great team. So I'm going to review the Pearl Izumi Trail N2 V3, which has slowly become maybe one of the all-time favorite shoes. And that's why we're doing the review. And I'm doing it for you, okay? Because get them while you can, right? If you've had success with Pearl Izumi shoes in the past, wow, grab these. If you haven't had success with Pearl Izumi shoes in the past, give it a go. And if you've never given Pearl a shot, I recommend this one, right? And we'll get into the review. You're going to have to watch the Gear Garage to see that. But it's a great shoe by Pearl. Again, my heart hurts that they're going out of the run business altogether. Hopefully, maybe they'll have a change of plan. Maybe they'll have a change of heart. Let's hope so, right? So we'll review that on the Gear Garage. And then, again, we've talked about before, me and Joel are always looking for some races, some of those low-key, old-school ones or ones we're not familiar with, maybe some new races, or maybe some ones that have been around a long time that just maybe aren't, as talked about for one reason or another. Sometimes you want to keep those races quiet so they stay that way. But we're always looking for fun races. We're starting to get some ideas on that. I've already went ahead and registered for 2 races in 2017. I'm not going to mention what they are, even though one of our listeners called me out on Facebook about one of the races I registered for. So I'm being a registration ninja right now. So yeah, send us some either, shoot us an email, hit us up on Facebook, leave a comment on our website, whatever you feel most comfortable with. If you want to keep it even lower key and have maybe us not spill the beans, shoot us an email. But we're always looking for something fun. We both love 50K, 50-mile distance for sure. If it's shorter, we're not against that. Or even if it's the longer stuff, 100K, 100-mile. Not ready for the 200-mile version yet, personally, but it's on the radar at some point. And not against the stage race stuff, long as it's pretty cool and some spectacular scenery. So anyway, keep those coming in. And then real quick, we like to talk about some of the races we do enjoy, that we support 100+%. And one of my favorite all-time just opened up this past week. It's in August 5th, and it is the El Vaquero Loco 25K and 50K put on by good friend, super cool guy, killer facial hair grower, if that's a word, Ty Draney up in Afton, Wyoming. It's got to be one of my all-time favorite races. Just really amazing scenery. This will be my 5th year, which means I get a really cool buckle tie. I'm coming for it. Check that one out, right? I mean, let's support these cool races. And if you have not done it, don't take it just from me. I mean, Joel's been there. We had Leon Lutz on the show. He's from Pennsylvania, and he's been around, right, Leon? And he loves it. So check that one out for sure. El Vaquero Loco, that opened up. What else we got? Good friend of the show, Jim Skaggs, great guy. He's been doing this for a while, not just the race directing, but also the running. I've had the pleasure, to run with him quite a bit and even pace him at some races. He's got the Prairie Peak Hill Climb, the next one up. It's a 10K, October 15th. The Antelope Island 50K or Trail Half Marathon, so 2 distances, distinctly different. Both great races on the same day. That's just an end-of-year party. November 5th. And then it looks like he did open up the granddaddy of his series, right, or his race schedule, the Antelope Island Buffalo Run. Okay, that's in 2017. That's March 17th and 18th. Okay, registration is now open. You can do a 25K, a 50K, a 50-mile, or a 100-mile. So check those out. I know Jim always puts on an amazing race. He really has a runner in mind when he puts these together, not just with the course. They flow so well. Great distance for everybody. I mean, a 25K, obviously is the short one that you can get after. It's an awesome course. Great stuff. Don't forget about any of the races we just mentioned. Support the people that help support us. Yeah, what's next? Some Trail Manners gear. So big stuff coming there. We still have some beanies. I think the cutoff date, we'll still accept a few pre-orders because we're working on the final order there. That's on our website at trailmanners.com. Super excited for those. The goal is to have those right around Thanksgiving. We'll do everything we can to get to them right before Thanksgiving for your turkey runs or your flag football games, or even, just after you've ate a ton and maybe need to walk the dog, you can keep your ears warm. So we'll have those. Make sure you grab one of those. We're making only a few of those, maybe 50, maybe a little bit more. We'll see how many orders come through, and then they're gone for good. Then we got our hoodies. Those are going pretty well. Our sweatshirts. Those are on our website for pre-sale. We're looking to deliver those in October at some point. Something like that. We'll see. I think there's more information on the website. We got sweatshirts. Just today I went and picked up more tech tees. So those of you that have been looking for tech tee sizes, I picked those up. We'll get those on the website or on Facebook quick as we can. We have a few colors, but the sizing is kind of all over the place. So we definitely have the sizing. It just depends on the color, right? So we just went and did some random colors that we had with the Trail Manners logo from our tech tee line. We have some cool colors. Ladies, we have a really nice one for you as well. Don't forget to grab those. Pretty inexpensive, and they help the show, but also you get to wear those around a little bit and quote-unquote fly the flag for Trail Manners and keep things going there. Not lastly, for sure, but I'm not going to spill the beans. I will not do that without Joel. We have some big announcements that we're super excited to announce. I'm not going to spoil it. I just want you to know you got to stay tuned. Keep listening to the show. We got some big announcements that we're super excited about. There's one that's been in the works for a long time, and I think we're ready to pull the trigger and make the official announcement on that. So stay tuned for that. But that's pretty much for the end of the show for this week. If there's anything you guys want to hear on these Singletrack sessions, maybe it's, before the Thursday launch and you're like, hey, you guys should talk about this, or I'd like to know more about this, definitely let us know. We'd definitely like to make sure you guys get what you want. But we just want to tell everybody out there, thank you so much. We passed 150,000 downloads a while ago. We made a big deal at 100,000. 150,000 snuck up on us, thanks to everybody out there. We are just more than happy with the response we're getting from the community. We really appreciate the support. Again, we do it for you guys. We encourage you to give us some feedback. We encourage you to tell us who you want on the show. We encourage you to tell us, what you want to hear about. We have some really good shows coming up. For sure, that we're not going to talk about yet. Again, some spoiler alerts, I know, right? But yeah, thank you. Like us on Facebook, right? Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. We have some cool things coming up you're not going to want to miss. And share us with your friends, right? I mean, that's what friends do for each other. Share, and share. So thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Singletrack Session. Sorry it's just Trail Manners here. Eric behind the mic. Joel will be back soon, Studio 78. Hopefully we'll be back soon. We'll see what happens there. If you want to hear anything, let us know. Don't forget about the Gear Garage. And then again, next week's show with Chelsea Hathaway. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for everything you do out there, listeners. If you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, have a great week, and we'll talk to you